What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss hog, boss dog K, poke through the door, here to talk this boxing. What's good with y'all? Let's get right into it, man. This ain't gonna be long. First of all, happy Valentine's Day. You know, spoil your woman a little bit, just a little bit, you know? Go get her something nice, man, you know what I'm saying? Take her somewhere nice, you know, treat her good, you know what I mean? Just a little bit, you know? Don't do too much, because then she gonna think, oh, you gotta outdo nigga. Nah. But anyway, let's talk boxing. What's next for Errol Spence? I made a video previously, a while back, I would say maybe a month, 6 months ago, talking about this. There's been some new rumors that have popped up, so I just kind of want to address them. The Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, that's a rumor fight. They're supposed to be fighting 154 pounds. We don't know if that's true or not. Neither one of those fighters have said anything. That's a good fight. I made a video about that, expressing my, you know, how I like it, you know. It is a big fight, but at the same time, it's a rumor. Nobody is saying anything. I haven't seen anything, you know. I haven't seen Errol Spence, you know. I've been looking on his Twitter feed, you know, Keith Thurman's Instagram, all that. I've been looking. I ain't seen nobody confirm that and say, oh yeah, they talking right now, they negotiating, like. So I don't know, you know, the details, you know, on that, you know. So right now it's just a rumor. I particularly like to wait until both fighters report, you know what I'm saying, what they are gonna do. You know what I mean? So until Errol Spence or Keith Thurman report it, you know, I'm not finna, you know, be talking about this and that. You know what I mean? You know, that's not what I do on my channel. Now, I was watching some boxing YouTube channels today, and I watched a couple of them, and they were reporting that, you know, Terence Crawford and Errol Spence negotiating quietly for a fight. So, you know, I looked at who was so-called reporting this. So, this other reporter got this information from Mike Coppinger. I said, oh, that's cap. So, I ain't got nothing to worry about. And that fight is not happening, right? Terence Crawford does not want to fight Errol Spence. That's just what it is. He don't want to fight him. He came out and said it numerous times. He doesn't have a desire to, you know what I'm saying? He talked about, oh, you know, desire this, desire that, but he does not have a desire to fight Errol Spence. He does not want to fight that man. That's just what it is. So, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. That fight dead. So we could throw that in the trash. Next. So, Errol Spence at 154 pounds, I think, is the weight class he should go to next. I think he should drop the belts, 147 pounds, and go to 154. I feel like he's done everything he could do at 147 pounds. He tried to make the fight with Terence Crawford. A contract was sent to him. He declined it. There's nothing else he needs to do at this point. But keep going on with his career. He cannot start his career waiting on a certain fighter. Charlo did that, waiting on Canelo. A lot of fighters did that, waiting on Canelo. You cannot do that with Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? You cannot waste your career trying to make fights with guys who don't want to fight you. That's just facts. So now, fast forward. I think Errol Spence should go to 54 and compete. You know, like I said before, first fight should be Brian Castano. I think that should be a fight that he should take. It's a tough fight, and it's also a respectable fight. It's a respectable opponent. It's not a tune-up. It announces to the division that I'm here to win. I'm not here for money. I'm here to win. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's gonna get paid, because when you fight those names, you know, the fans are gonna pay. But at the same time, it still announces to the division that I'm here and I'm coming to take it over. Now, granted, his stablemate, Charlo, is at 154 pounds, which, you know, Errol Spence has expressed that, you know, he will fight Charlo. But I don't think that they'll fight each other. I think that Charlo will move up to 160 as soon as Errol Spence starts climbing up the ranks. Not because Charlo is afraid of Errol Spence. I just believe that Errol Spence and him, you know, being under the same trainer, you know, it'll be hard. Now, granted, Charlo has his own trainer, and I think Juan Guzman, you know, and I think Jermell Charlo only trains with Derrick James towards the end of his middle to the end of his training camp. But I believe that that regardless, that fight won't get made. I don't think they'll fight. I think Derrick James will probably get in the middle of that and stop that. So, and when Jermell Charlo drops those belts, I can see Jermell Charlo wanting, to compete at 160 pounds, and I can see Errol Spence competing at 154 pounds and becoming undisputed. That's what I believe. I think, now of course, I think Jermell Charlo, he drops those belts, they're probably gonna spread them out, spread the love. I think Erickson Lubin will probably get a belt. I do think that and the list goes on. I think the Sebastian dude will probably get a belt, and I think Errol Spence is gonna go get those belts from all of them guys, and I think Errol Spence will beat all those guys. I think Errol Spence can become undisputed and remain undefeated at 154 pounds. That's what I believe, because I think Errol Spence at 147 pounds, he hasn't shown all of his wrinkles. He hasn't shown his boxing ability, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? He hasn't shown everything that he can do. You know what I mean? And I think at 154 pounds, he'll be able to display that better. He'll be able to show his boxing ability, his ring IQ. He'll be able to show that better. You know what I mean? Because he'll be able to put his skill on more display and show people, that he's a well-rounded fighter. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people, they look at Errol Spence and they think, oh, he's this type of fighter. He's just a kung fu guy. Like what Judge Julius says, Errol Spence is a rock'em sock'em fighter, which it's not. You know what I mean? Errol Spence fought Mikey Garcia, outboxed him. Errol Spence outboxed Danny Garcia. Errol Spence, the first 2 rounds against Sean Porter, was outboxing Sean Porter, but then he said, you know what? I said I was going to beat him at his own game. Let me apply pressure. So Errol Spence can box. You know what I mean? Y'all forget he was an Olympian. Y'all forget that, you know what I'm saying? And he was a very good fighter in the Olympics. You know what I mean? So he can box, but he has that mentality now. It's like, I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you, why do if, especially if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this dude right here, he running for some smoke, let me punish him. You know what I mean? So, like I said before, I think that Errol Spence at 154 pounds is a more dangerous fighter than he is at 147 pounds. Errol Spence at 154 pounds is a more dangerous fighter than at 147 pounds, because he's going to be able to do more. He's going to be able to put everything on display, you know what I mean, in my opinion, and, more bigger fights, you know what I mean. I think Errol Spence will eventually end his career at 160 pounds, you know what I mean. That's just my opinion, Lord willing. I think at 160 pounds, he'll be able to, that's when he'll be able to, like, close his career off, But I do think that Errol Spence will become undisputed at 154 pounds. I think he'll be the second guy to, be undisputed champion at 154 pounds, because Jermell Charlo is the first fighter to become undisputed at 154 pounds. I think Errol Spence will be that second person. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. I love doing boxing talk. Also, I'm probably gonna go live today. You know what I mean? I've been feeling like good. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man, I ain't been really feeling the boxing thing lately. You know what I mean? Like, this boxing game, it's a lot of snakes, it's a lot of frauds, you know what I'm saying? So this boxing game is dirty, you know what I mean? And but at the end of the day, y'all want content, I give it to y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I might go live later, man, and I'm gonna let y'all decide what the topic is, and so y'all put that in the comment section what y'all want to talk about, So I might go live a little later tonight. Y'all let me know. Boss go.